Yeah, maybe in the
Maybe
middle.
Either middle to the end.
Middle end,
Yeah, I bet you could Google it.
I'm having trouble finding one of my books, and I tried Googling it, and it gives you the wrong page. Like,
Does it?
Yeah,
There are so
All
many
the books
editions
are
of the
different.
books,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm hoping like somebody else has it written down, because
What's
I'm
the
trying to
quote?
put it in my paper. I'll tell ya. They obeyed the summons of the conch partly because Ralph blew it and he was big enough to be a link with the adult world of authority.
Could be towards the beginning.
Did anyone write that one down?
No, we're probably towards the beginning. So there's still, I don't know. How many words? No, it's not. Wait, finish it. No. Oh, yeah, you're right. How many words is it?
Oh, 15.
I have a question for you, Skylar. You drive, is it a Jeep Cherokee?
No, it's
No.
mine.
I would do deliveries.
Okay, how many people can you fit?
Other than me, 4.
Okay.
You can all go in there.
Well, I was just thinking, Lauren, are you gonna be here Friday to go to the museum?
Oh.
Probably not.
I'll have to check.
Okay,
I'm not really sure.
okay. Your mom said she was gonna check and see if she was gonna be out of town
Oh, yeah.
to
Is that
go
this
on,
Friday?
to drive on the
Could-
field
was
trip.
it next
I'm sorry, it's the 18th.
Okay, I was gonna say,
My
wait a
mom's
second.
going to see my grandma.
On the 18th?
I know she's leaving next week, but I don't know if she'll be back.
Well, I was gonna ask her, and I'll ask you. Are you 18 yet?
I'll be 18 November.
That's right. Are you 18 yet, Olivia?
No.
Okay.
I'm the oldest person.
Besides me.
Well, I mean, student. I'm the oldest student.
Unfortunately, I'm the oldest person in school. But anyway, how do you feel about driving
I don't
people
mind
to the
driving
museum?
at all.
Driving people to the museum? I wanna email your mom and see how she feels about it, and I'll probably
I'm
have
sure she
to,
won't
just for
care.
liability,
I
have,
think I've driven people
driven me.
before, to school that, oh, it's when we had to perform somewhere, we had to perform for something, and I
Okay.
drove people, but you felt so good.
well, I think I will have, I have to have, like, if Marnie is gonna ride with you, then I have to have her
Like parents
parents say it's
Cause
okay.
I know that, like, the servants are allowed to ride with me, Holly's allowed to ride with me, and Morgan is, cause I've talked to, like, their parents, and
Right.
they've all ridden with me before.
I'll still probably, just for liability, have to have them sign something, but, will you see your mom tonight?
Yes.
Okay, I'll email her too, but if you could remember to say something.
I should, I know
And
she's at.
Lauren Goodman, if you could find out if you're gonna be here on the 18th, it's a Friday.
Yeah,
I just kind of assumed you wouldn't be,
that's what I'm assuming too, but,
but I need to know like as soon as you can because I'm putting people in vehicles, you know, for the
Okay.
field trip.
I can, email you tonight, and
Okay.
just I'll still be here tomorrow probably, so I can
Okay.
just let you know.
Did you get my email last night?
Yeah, my parents.
Okay, okay.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I hope that helped explain.
Yeah,
Couple
I think
things.
we'll just talk about it and decide real quick.
Yeah, okay. So we're trying out the video to see where it went wrong, right?
What?
Okay, sagacity is your vocab word. I must say, I went out in the lobby to show Mrs. McLeish something and I stopped and went, what's happening? There are a bunch of little people right there. Robin was like, yeah, they have preschool ballet. Is it that way every week? Oh, I did
It
not.
just started like last week.
I was like, she's like, you would know that if it ever came out of your cave. I'm like, I know.
I typed
Oh,
my
do you have a
essay
kindergarten
yesterday,
program now?
and then I was like, where'd Cal? And I was like, mine was way too short, and I was really sad.
How many words was it?
500.
Oh,
That's not really short.
Yes, that's
Quite short.
okay, it's a noun, shrewdness. With remarkable sagacity, the wise old man predicted and thwarted his children's plan to ship him off to a nursing home. Yeah, I don't want to go to a nursing home.
My mom said that if she can't walk or feed herself, she wants me to kill her. I was like, Mom, don't ask me to do that. Like, seriously?
They've already
She
worked
doesn't-
out what they're doing with us.
Cause she was like, oh really?
I'm like, holy cow, yeah. Since there's 3 of them, we're gonna spend 4 months with each child in their basement.
Like, when does that already?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm not taking care of you.
Yeah.
Wait, what did your mom say?
She said, my mom said I'd rather die than be in a nursing home. And I was like, I'm not taking care of you.
Oh, I would take care of my mother, I think. I would take care of my
As much, so basically, if I do the same thing that she
Renee's
does for me now, then basically the only thing I do is do her laundry.
My mom told me, my mom was like,
She's so nice.
and she
I'll
wants
have
her
dinner
ashes
once
to
a
be
week.
face.
Because like,
That's
pretty
pretty
big
big. If I do
request.
like a rant,
Mother,
equivalent that
that's
she
you're
does
so
for me.
expensive, on my salary.
I've always thought like when I like died, I wanted to like be like have my ashes and then like thrown over the Grand Canyon or something. You know, something like really cool. But that's probably not what's gonna happen.
I, looking at you now makes me remember, I spent some time on Berkeley's website last night.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. And, have you gone to it?
Mm-mm.
You should go to it.
There is one in Boston.
Okay,
my
that's
sis-
something that
Because my
somebody was
sister
saying.
visited it, and she was wearing a sweatshirt yesterday, and it said Berkeley, something Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You probably went to Berkeley in California,
That'd probably be best
because Hollywood and LA are there, so.
yeah.
I thought you said Holly, I was like, what?
Yeah.
what did you say?
You, it's famous, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the person discovered the Big Bang Theory, that's where, I mean, it's a very famous
I love
college.
that show.
It's a beautiful campus. You, should go on because you can get a login and password, and they will start sending you stuff. Visit the website. College websites are becoming more and more interactive with students, and, once you get on their mailing list, they will email you stuff, they will mail you stuff constantly, so,
Sometimes it gets annoying.
yeah.
It's like too much.
we get tons of stuff at home, and,
I got emails from like Indiana State University.
So does
I'm like,
Zoe.
I don't want to go there. Stop
And
emailing me.
University of Southern Illinois, we keep getting stuff from there. You get that too, yeah, and, those are the two we get the most.
I got something, I haven't even like taken that HT, I don't know, it was weird, it said my name on it, it was like
Yeah.
DePauw University.
Oh yeah, we get DePaul,
Oh,
Zoe's gonna apply there,
My
that's
friend
her
wants to go
reach
there.
school.
not my cousin, my neighbor goes to DePaul,
Mhm.
and my friend wants to go to DePaul.
Mhm.
'Cause I think
How far away is that?
It's just at South of Indy.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Southside grads go there. Michigan State and DePaul, we get stuff from the University of Chicago all the time.
It's a
Okay,
really good school, but
Yeah.
they have like a 50% dropout rate within the first 2 years.
It's very
like,
tough.
very hard.
Yeah. University of Chicago.
Oh, thank you!
I kept hearing you talk about that, and I was just thinking like, what is that?
Well, I had a little checklist of everyone who turned it in, and I was missing yours, and I was like, it could be she wasn't there, and we handed them out.
Next being rebel and that's it.
I wasn't worried though that you would be breaking some kind of honor code.
I don't know how to use this word in a sentence.
Sagacity, it's kinda like nerve. She had the nerve, she had the sagacity to suggest that I cheated on my test. Yeah,
I say only,
Oh, I didn't.
like, can it only be 5 paragraphs, or can I make it more?
5.
You just gotta add the word in.
I know, I just don't know what else to add.
I'm forcing you to work within a
Stretch your limits.
parameter here so that, what's your thesis again?
Mine?
Did you work on it?
I used what we put on the board yesterday.
Okay.
In Golding's Lord of the Flies, fear of the unknown creates a beast within.
Okay, fear of the unknown, so you've got 3 bodies. What's the one thing, okay, the beast, right? What's another thing, afraid of not being rescued?
I did,
Wait the summons of the college. Partially because
Body 3. I'm just trying to give you some examples here.
I didn't use not being rescued as one of mine.
Okay,
I used, that it could be, like fear could be in a dream. Or I used like the beast or monsters. And then I used within. Within you. But I incorporated incorporate like the not being rescued and the death like into another paragraph?
And I think that will give you lots of words, not into a 6th paragraph.
Well, I know, into
Yeah.
like a, like
Yes.
one of the ones I already have.
Yes, there. Got you. Some more words, Holly?
I have a thesis statement I'd like to.
Okay, let's hear it.
When placed in a situation of isolation in a group and away from civilization, people turn to savagery more than reality.
Oh, read it to me again. When placed in a situation of isolation.
In a group and away from civilization, people turn to savagery more than reality.
I like it. I would remove the in a group.
I just kinda had it on.
So when placed in a situation of isolation
Maybe away from civilization.
and away from civilization, people turn to savagery.
More than reality.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Lauren,
May I read you my thesis?
you may.
I have, as fear of the unknown and of each other's surfaces, true colors are shown, power is abused, and lives are lost.
Okay, you got your 3 body paragraphs right there. You can do your thesis that way too. That way it tells the reader, these are the 3 things I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I'm not working on the thesis, but I'm kind of trying to figure out my body paragraphs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main thing of like, because my whole thing is like innocence dies, evil prevails. So the main 3 things that I thought of was Simon's death, Piggy's death, and all the boys.
Okay.
Because their innocence died,
Right.
and so they became savage.
Right.
But I don't know how to kind of like make it full and lengthy, like with like Simon and Piggy's death. Like, because it's more of a cause and effect thing.
Uh-huh.
So Simon's death caused something, but what exactly?
Well, with each death that took place on the island, they became more and more savage. They became more and more savagery. They became,
Like savages?
yeah, more and more like savage. They wanted more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And does that help at all?
Yeah, I'm also trying to figure out like if I should, like if that's a good structure to it,
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of makes it climax to where it's like Simon and Piggy's, and it's, but like not entirely of the book, because first the boys kind of lose their innocence.
Yes.
And then Simon's death, then Piggy's death. So I don't know if I should put it in a certain order.
Okay, I like that order, like it was in the book, but I also just thought of, as we grow older, and, the natural progression of age, we lose our innocence, right? Because you become wise to the world, and you can see it happening in the lower school kids, right? With each concept that's introduced to them, they're like becoming more worldly. And in ways it's sad, but in ways it's teaching them how to survive. Like the example of me having to tell Jack that he can't play out in the yard by himself. Well, why, Mommy? Well, because there are bad people in the world who could come up in the yard and take you. Right? Having to share that concept, and I'm not the only parent who does that, right? Having to share that concept with a small child, you're shattering their belief that all people are good and that why would someone do something so awful, right? And so having these boys, having their plane go down on an island immediately has shattered their innocence, because someone has to take charge and things have to get done and they have to take responsibility, and with that comes, with responsibility comes a loss of innocence, you know? Does that make sense? Okay. Lauren?
For the parenthetical
Documentation.
Yes, when you're doing like the quote, you put in like, after the quote, you put in parentheses the author and the page number, and then does the punctuation go after the
Yes.
parentheses?
Yes.
what happens if the quote ends in like a dot, dot, dot?
Like an ellipses, meaning there's more to it, just like that.
Okay.
Olivia,
Can you help me make this sound? It's so boring.
I'll try.
I have the 3 primary symbols in golden so that the flags are the shell, the glasses, and the bees.
Can I write it on the board?
Tree. The minute I saw it.
I'm tired. That's on the tape. All my mistakes are on tape, Goodman.
I'm the only one who sees them, don't worry.
The 3 primary symbols.
In golden
Because
Lord of the
the-
Flies.
Something's like not working, so we're trying to figure out what it is.
Can I abbreviate? You don't abbreviate your thesis, but I do too. R.
Are the shell, the glasses, and the bees.
And what?
The bees.
And what, and you're asking us to,
Can you add it?
Like it just sounds, I don't know.
simple?
Yeah.
Anyone have any ideas to make Olivia's thesis beefier, fuller?
She could say like Golden uses these things as,
To represent, that's where I was going. And then list those 3. To represent, power,
like safety from like the glasses, like security things.
okay? You can do it a couple different ways, Olivia. You could say to represent power, because when you're holding the shell, you have the power of communication. The glasses are powerful because they symbolize warmth, because they started a fire with him. They symbolize for Piggy everything, the outside world, because he's pretty much legally blind. The beast is powerful, because it definitely has power over them, because they don't know what it is. Or, I also like, you said security. That's, you can go a totally different way with that. I mean, definitely security, because if the beasts weren't there, they would be more secure. I mean, you could use either one of those words. Because this to me is more of a controversial statement than this.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would argue this. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I can see that. But this, someone could say, how does the beast represent security, you know?
Could I use like represent power and security and discuss both during the essay? Or should
Only if you have to. Well, I guess you could. I guess you could. Yeah? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Anything else? I wanted to start 1984 today, but would you rather not? Would you rather work on your papers? That's fine. Yes.
I have a question about like when you're doing like your quotes, cause I have some that it's like the quote and then it's like said Ralph and then it like picks up with the quote again. So at the beginning, do you put like the quotation then like another quotation? And then,
Are you want to use the entire thing, even the
Yeah.
stuff after said Ralph?
yeah, cause then it'll like pick up with like another quote.
When I
Like-
said it, it's, it like put dot, dot, dot in the middle and then started.
Yes. That's what you do.
Like this. Okay, so you just take out like the said
Take out the
Ralph.
said.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as somewhere else you acknowledge that Ralph said it,
Okay.
whoever the speaker is. Did you find that on the owl?
Yeah, I was like, I was like,
Yeah. Good. Lauren?
Another thing like with the quotes, if I have a quote and then I wanna say and like for myself said Piggy, so that the reader knows who's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that go before the Golding page, then the page number? Like I
I hear what you're saying. You would say, or at the beginning of your quote, you could say, Piggy stated,
so I should,
according to Piggy,
so I can't keep it at the end.
you can.
And it goes before the Golding.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? So how's it coming along? How's your, pretty good?
I thought I was expecting it to be a lot harder than it was. Like I just kind of sat down and it was kind of easy.
Just flowed out, yeah. That's good. Compared to other papers you've written, how does this one compare?
I think there's more things to write about.
There, yeah, this book is so
There's so many quotes.
full of stuff.
Filled with so much.
The mind boggles at the prospects and opportunities of what, see, like, yeah. This, I love this. I love seeing your, no, I really do. She printed out her rough draft and then just write all over that, and then that's what writers do, and you just keep doing it and doing it. I see stuff in your mind, yeah, this is good. Good stuff.
After our quote, do we do,
After your quote,
like, the quote, cause the quotation marks
yeah.
and stuff, like.
You mean before you put Golding?
Do you do it after? Yeah, like Golding 10.
That's where you end your quote, and you just go into. The quote's outside of this?
Yeah,
No,
that's what
Uh-uh.
I never did that.
I remember.
Uh-uh.
Why is it?
No.
Wait, what? What? Like to put the quotes outside
Out here?
of that.
No. No.
So I was like,
Did I give you guys
Or
an
was it-
MLA thing?
are we like?
Can I have your-
Yeah, you may.
You did.
You may not have been here.
I was here yesterday. not
Yeah, that's
Monday.
what
No.
she ended it.
On Monday,
Monday.
she wasn't
Oh, you
here.
already
Yeah.
don't have this.
Yeah, look here. Here, there's perfect examples.
Well, she paid
Quotes
me.
inside.
Yeah.
He may have just misspoke. But look at the, this is, Lauren, this is just, basic stuff that I printed off of the Purdue Owl. And like I said, this is the best thing to come out of Purdue.
That's on here.
Purdue.
Or don't.
I knew human.
Oh,
Who is that?
it's so awesome.
Yeah, this is very helpful. Any other questions? And there's how to do a book with one author. Shall we do it together for your works cited page?
Okay.
We
I don't know if I did it right,
Yeah, I tried to-
Golding, comma, William, period. Then what do we want? The name of the book. And then italicize this, okay? Got it?
You have to do that for that too? in there?
I prefer italicized book titles throughout your whole paper.
That was
Yes,
probably
I like that. Instead of, you know how you used to have to underline book titles? Now they're saying you can do either one. I really prefer
But you have to do it here too.
italicized. Yes, yes you do. Italicize it. And then we want the city, want a period. And this is space, 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 right? And then we want the city it was published in. Someone look in the front of their book and tell us.
I have New York.
New York. And you know, if you can't find it anywhere in any book, you're safe to just put New York. That's where most publishing companies are. Every now and then you'll see Canada. New York. And then we put a colon. Then we put the publishing company, what is it?
That's what I have here.
Penguin? Okay. That is a popular publishing company. What's the year? Go to the oldest
Do
one.
you just have to put Penguin or do you put the Penguin Group?
Does it say Penguin Group?
Yeah.
Okay, then put Penguin Group. On my sheet here that I'm looking at, it just says Penguin, so I'm wondering if that would just be okay too. And your year?
I have 1954.
That's what I have here.
Okay.
There's just